Remember when we covered the Camaro rumors a while back and everyone was skeptical it had actually happened? Well, it's official now. And Chevrolet just proved that no matter how dead analysts say the pony car is, you can't keep a nameplate this iconic buried for long. Pony cars are not dead. Those were supposed to be extinct in today's world. That's what the industry keeps telling us. The traditional formula of affordable, nimble, rear-wheel drive performance just doesn't fit anymore in a market obsessed with SUVs and trucks. Except it keeps not dying. The Ford Mustang is still there, still selling. Dodge brought back the two-door Charger, proving there's still hunger for this stuff. And now Chevrolet realized they can't just give up on the Camaro. That was so obvious. The nameplate carries too much weight, too much history. When you cut something that iconic, you're admitting defeat. GM wasn't ready to do that. What's interesting is the timing. This isn't some desperate cash grab or a sentimental revival. This is GM looking at the market and seeing that muscle and pony cars are actually experiencing a moment. Chevy saw that and made a decision. Bring back the Camaro, but do it smart. New architecture and old-school rear-wheel drive. The new Camaro is going to ride on a platform it'll share with Cadillac's redesigned CT5 and Buick's incoming sedan. This is classic GM efficiency. One architecture, multiple brands, different market positioning. And it's actually a genuinely good move because that platform is designed with performance in mind. The last generation Camaro used the same approach as the CT4 and 5, and it produced a car that was legitimately excellent to drive. Rear-wheel drive is confirmed, which was pretty mandatory. You can't call something a pony car if it's anything else. That'd be like calling a Corvette practical. The rear-wheel drive setup means this thing will have actual chassis dynamics, actual handling balance. Given how dialed in the last Camaro was from a driving perspective, we should expect something similarly sorted. The shared platform strategy also means costs are distributed across 3 vehicles, which helps everybody. Cadillac gets performance credibility, Buick gets a proper sports sedan in markets that still care about that, and Chevy gets to launch the Camaro without betting the farm on a single nameplate. Smart resource allocation by General Motors. Specs. Details are still locked up tight, which is typical at this stage. We don't have confirmed engine options yet, but the new 2027 Camaro will definitely offer a range of powertrains. It all probably starts with a Turbo 4 option for volume, and then stepping up to more serious 6-cylinder variants. Will there be a V8? Not confirmed yet, but you revive Camaro. People expect serious performance, and that's what only a V8 can deliver. One thing that actually helps right now is that fuel economy regulations got gutted by the Trump administration last year. CAFE enforcement basically collapsed, which means automakers aren't penalized as severely for selling thirsty engines. That's actually a huge relief for a car like this because it means Chevy can offer a proper V8 without the regulatory nightmare that plagued the previous generation. We're looking at a compact to midsize coupe that's designed to be nimble, not bulky. Weight will be important here because the market has gotten savage about efficiency. Release date and price. Production starts in fall 2027, with customer deliveries rolling out later that year or early the following season. That's actually sooner than a lot of people expected, which means the plan existed for a while. Pricing hasn't been announced, but there are a few hints and some history that point us in a pretty clear direction. The last generation Camaro wasn't cheap. Super Sport was expensive, and if you wanted the ZL1, you were looking at serious money. Not only Camaro. That's the problem with modern pony cars. They stopped being budget rides. Ford Mustang GT went from being a 35 grand proposition to something that costs way more. That's not because of rampant greed. It's because CAFE regulations and margin pressure forced manufacturers to push buyers toward costlier models. You want a V8? That'll be expensive. And when you make V8 pony cars expensive, you kill your volume, which makes the segment unviable. But now that CAFE enforcement is gone, the situation has changed. Dodge figured this out first with the Charger. Suddenly, affordable V8 power became possible again. Chevy should be able to do something similar with the Camaro. The goal should be hitting that sweet spot where an average enthusiast can actually afford to buy one. If Chevy gets this right, you're looking at a base model starting somewhere in the mid-$30,000 range with a turbocharged engine, and then proper performance variants escalating from there. The next-gen Camaro will be built at Lansing Grand River facility in Michigan, the same plant that's been assembling performance Chevrolets for years. That's good. You want your performance cars coming from a facility with actual expertise in building them. And this is not all about the Camaro. GM isn't hedging its bets on performance. The Corvette is getting serious upgrades as well. Like we told you a year ago, these were unconfirmed rumors. But now it's official. This game is too big to be abandoned so easily.